Hello guys, Jaisal Bhatia here, co-founder of Equwise. So this video is going to be something very interesting. Okay, this video is all about how do we hit our first 1 crore with SIP. Okay, is it really possible? It is definitely possible, but it's going to take a lot of patience and discipline to really, get to the practical work and hit that 1 crore. Okay, so before I start, I want to request, okay, please watch the video till the end. Do not skip anything in between. Okay, things might become a bit boring or something, but this is from a person who's been into the market for full time for over a decade. Okay, has seen multiple things. Okay, has got multiple slaps, has handled multiple accounts, and there's a lot of experience that has been collected over a decade. Okay, so watch the video till the end. Okay, there's a lot of learnings. None of my videos are going to be clickbait ones. Okay, so it's all going to have real content in them. Okay, so let's start. Is it really possible? Okay, it is definitely possible. Now how do we do it? Okay, so initial times where we are only able to squeeze out 1000 rupees from our savings or income or whatever it is. Okay, now what do we do? Before we get inside the market, before we start executing, we need to have a clear goal. What is the goal? The goal is two things. Okay, one, following our plan. Two, what is the plan? So we have to play in the markets in such a way that after reaching one particular position in the market, we should exit our funds, okay, only little bit quantity, okay, in such a way that the amount that we have invested comes back to us, okay, and still we have little bit more quantity in the business, and that is for free. Okay, now that we will not be touching at all. Okay, so our first goal, work with the plan. That means if we are planning 1000 rupees per month, then it has to happen. Okay, we should not disturb the flow. No matter what happens, 1000, if it has to go into the demat, it has to go inside the stock, it has to, means it has to go. Okay, so now let's get into the practicality. Okay, so I have selected one stock in which we will be seeing how well do we execute it. Okay, so now what I have done is I have taken a stock and we will be seeing three scenarios. Okay, so we are going to do SIP technique. Okay, SIP in the sense systematic investment plan. Okay, so we will be approaching it, but we will be reacting it in a different way depending upon the market. Okay, so I'll explain you how. So here we'll be taking three examples. One, when the market is continuously falling from the time you started investing in that particular stock. That is example one. Second example, from the time you started, creating position in that stock, that means doing SIP in that stock, it is not moving much. It's not going down also, it's not going up also. Okay. In that scenario, in the sideways, okay, in the sideways movement, what do we do? That is also recorded as second example. The third one is, what if you started buying, okay, the stock, and the stock is really shooting from the moment you started buying? What do we do over there? Okay, so these three examples I will be selecting because only these three things are possible. Either there's no move, or either there's good move, or either there's down move. Simple. In all these three patterns, how do we plan our SIP? Okay, so I will be taking it like that. Okay, so the first thing is, select a proper stock, a proper business that is really going to go 2x, 3x, 4x, and so on. Okay, that is the first step. Second step is executing in that. Okay, so technically, execution is like more of 80% of your action. Okay, which is going to happen for a big period of time, and selecting the stock is going to be little bit, okay, very small portion, but that is the real important one. So technically 80 is also your 20 and your 20 is also your 80% of the game. Okay, so now let's get into it. So over here I have taken, yeah, so over here I have taken BEPL as an example. Okay, so we will be seeing three scenarios as I said. Okay, so the first scenario that I've taken is, let's say we started entering into the stock somewhere near the high of the swing, okay, of somewhere the high of the what do you call, history of the company. Okay, that's where we started doing our first SIP onwards. Okay, so over here I have the data that I've collected with me. Okay, so over here, so we will be putting 1000 rupees per month. So we have like 12 entries with us. Okay, we have a total of 12 entries with us. First of first working day of every month we buy it. Okay, so over here I have the things. Okay, 123, 120, 109, like that for 12 months I'm doing. Okay, so in this example what we do is, every time we buy, the next time when we come back into the markets it is falling further. Okay, so in this kind of scenario you will continue your SIP. Okay, you will keep buying. Okay, so over here 1000 you parked, and over here you were able to get 8 stocks, 9, 11, 12, and things like that. Okay, so end of the 12 months, okay, you have collected somewhere around 12,000 worth of stock. You have bought that much worth of stock. Okay, with the average price of around 93.2 rupees. Okay, so now if you look over here, let's see where is 93.2, somewhere over here. Okay, so you kept buying from here all the way till here. So this is where your average buying price is. Okay, now let's talk about what do we do after that. So once you complete 12 months, okay, stop doing further SIP in that stock. Okay, just stop it. Now, let's say what happens. See, the stock kept falling further. It is fine. Your duty is done. For 12 months, you did that. Your duty is done. Okay. Now, just leave the stock. Okay. Now, look over here. Let's say our average price is 93 rupees. So, what are we exactly going to do? At, uh, let's say 166. Okay, we just double the amount. Okay, so 166 level, what we will do is, we will exit 50% of the quantity. Now if you look over here, we have 132 quantity over here. Okay, so how much we will be exiting? Somewhere around 66, 68 stocks, right? Yeah, 66 stocks we will exit. Where will we exit? When the stock doubles. So let's say your average buying price is 93.2. Let's say 94. Okay. Now just double it. So if you double it, it is 184, right? 184 rupees. So over here what you will do, you will exit 50% of your quantity. Now when you exit 50% of your quantity, the 12,000 rupees that you had invested in that stock has come back to you. Okay, now you have zero risk in that stock. Done. That's it. Now you will straight away go to the next stock. Okay, this is one method of SIP. Now what are we going to do with the rest of the things? We are not going to touch it for at least next 5 years. Okay, we are going to let it go in the market. Let the bull run take the stock even more higher. Okay, because we have zero risk in that stock, let it go till wherever it wants to go. On the journey, let it give dividends, let it give bonus stocks, stock split, anything. Let it happen. Okay, we are not going to touch that anymore. Okay, now the second scenario, where as soon as you started entering, the stock did not move much. Okay, now what do we do in that case? So over here, this arrow we can see, this is where I'm going to take the next example. Okay, so even in this, Okay, we are going to continue our SIP. Okay, because we can clearly see that the market is not going anywhere. So this is still a good chance where we can accumulate more of this stock. So we will be continuing to put 1000 rupees every month for 12 months. Okay, over here you can see, so we ended up having 129 stocks totally with an average price of 92.2. Okay, again over here round off somewhere around 12,000 rupees we have invested. Okay, now again the same game again. What do we do? Once we double our capital, okay, capital that is invested over here, so let's say 92.2 is our average price, just double this, so it'll come 184.4. So when the market, I mean when the price hits 184.4, somewhere over here, what are we going to do? We will exit 50% of our quantity. So what will happen over there? Our 12,000 rupees that we have invested has come back to us. Okay, and rest of the stocks free. No risk in that. We are not going to care about it. Okay, it can give dividends, it can give bonus, whatever it is. We don't need to worry about it anymore. Okay, so that's how we are going to proceed with this kind of market state. Third one. In the third one, we entered over here, okay, and the market kept going up. Okay, in that case, what do we do? So over here, let's say we bought at 34 rupees, okay, and then the next time when we came back, the market was even more higher, so we still bought it 49, okay. Then the third month we realized the market has gone even more. So if you observe, the first SIP and the third SIP, there is more than double difference, right? So in that case, we will stop our SIP. Okay. So over here, we have invested a total of 3,000 rupees, okay, three SIPs. In this case, our average price is 54.7. Okay. Over here, we will not be entering further in the stock. We will just like that leave it. Okay. Now, what do we do over here? Again, double it. 54.7, if we just double it, it's going to be around 109 rupees, right? So around 109 rupees. Yeah. So around 109 rupees, we will exit 50% of our quantity. Okay. So what is, so 51, okay, 61 is our quantity. So we just do it half, 30. So 30 quantity, okay, or let's say 31 quantity, we will exit over here. And we do not care about it further. Okay, so our 3K that we invested has come back to us. Okay, now we don't need to worry about it. Let it go to 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, wherever it wants, let it go. If it is giving us, see, look at this from the time we invested, look how much dividends it has given. All this is for free. Okay, we have no risk in that company, we have no risk in that stock, we have no risk in the position, we are still making dividends out of it. Okay, now you might have heard from other videos and things, like if you had invested 1000 rupees in Wipro in this XYZ year, it would have been this many crores by now and things like that. If something like that really happens, it's fine. We have our cupboard and bank accounts open enough for to put that much huge profit and capital back into it, right? So we don't care. So this is what we are going to do. We will choose a company. Okay, now wait. How do we choose a company? For that, I'm there, we are there, right? So I'll just show you how. So let's just go to my uh, my company, right? So Equwise, we will go over there. So over here we will go to services. Okay. So over here, when you see, here you can see there is Ruby SIP. Okay. This is that stock. Okay. One stock is just for 500 rupees. So technically you can get this kind of a stock just by paying 500 rupees, and you can build a portfolio in that. Okay. All the rules and everything is mentioned in that, so you don't need to worry further from there, right? So like this, you will do it. So one stock is over, 1 year is done, one stock is over, move to the next one. In this case, if your stock is just going up, that's it, leave it, go to the next stock. Like that, keep building a portfolio. Now, what will happen? Let's say you got your 12,000 back. Okay. The second year when you approach, instead of putting 1,000, just put 2,000. 1,000, what you're going to bring from any of your income sources, plus what you already hold over here. So 2,000 every stock will go. So now this time, when the stock completes double, when the stock doubles, okay, this time instead of 12,000 you getting back, you will be getting 24,000 back. Okay, and like that it will keep going. Okay, so now let's say life happens, you are able to make more amount of money. Instead of 1k, just increase the multiples. Okay, now let's say if you go with 5,000 rupees SIP, 5 into 12 is 60, right? So 60k. This time when you exit, you will be getting 60k back. While your other stocks are still in the business. Okay, it's still making money, it's still getting dividends, it's still going for bonuses. That's the game. So the compounding will keep happening. Okay. Now let's say life gave you wonderful moments. You're able to hit 10k, 15k SIP, 45k SIP, and so on. In that case, what will happen? You will just like that create a beautiful portfolio, risk free, okay, and you will be able to scale your account like anything. Okay, you will be, if you just go with only 1k, it will take a lot of time. It will take really a lot of time. It may take years. Okay, it's not like it's not going to happen, but it will take years. There's a lot of 2x, 3x, 4x that has to happen. Because if you start with 1,000 rupees, the multiple has to hit like around double digit to three digits. Only then you will be able to turn this 12k to 1 crore. It's going to take huge time. Okay. So if of course there is life, ups and downs will happen. So when ups happen, we'll be able to do more of SIPs, right? So that is where slowly we can build a beautiful portfolio risk free. Okay, without having any risk in that. Okay. So this is the game, guys. Go to the website. I will put the link in the description. You can click this SIP. Okay. You can choose one stock, just buy one stock. Or if you are someone who want to diversify in play in the from the starting, like you have, let's say 5k or something, or 6k as your starting capital, you can put 6k per month. Then you can go for the six stocks plan. Okay, so every month you can just what do you call, keep pouring that much money in six different stocks. That's the game, guys. Okay. So in this method, you can accumulate a good amount of corpus risk free. Okay. Now, there's no point in talking about taxation over here because uh, every year something or the other will come up, and tax regime may change and things like this. So there's no point in talking about long-term capital gain tax over here. In net returns, are we going to make 1 crore? That's all different thing. But at least with this technique, we'll be able to hit at least a 50 lakh or 80 lakh in terms of net, right? So like that, this is one such safe way to actually create a good amount of portfolio with very less costing. Okay, because choosing the right business is the main key. Okay, and this is what we do all the time. Okay, so you can definitely come to us, we will help you with that. Okay, and you can just do your SIPs. Okay, so that's it, guys. Okay, well, I hope you have reached till the end of the video. Okay, share it with your friends, share it with your family, people who want to grow. Okay, if you're a college student and you happen to see this video, you can really do this. 1,000 rupees is not a big amount in nowadays, right? So we can definitely hit a big amount of corpus over the period of time. It's not going to happen in 5 years or 10 years. It will take time, okay? But it is definitely possible in the most safe way, okay? So that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you for the next time. Bye bye.